So this is kind of all over the place, but not really all over the place, if that makes sense. I got a couple YouTube videos um, of me being back in Florida, traveling back to Florida from LA. Um, Traveling back to Florida from LA, but I'm waiting for my editor right now to send me the first video because I have the other two done already. So we're gonna jump over and then we're gonna go right back and then we're gonna hop back into like real time. But essentially, the reason I'm making this video is kind of like a closeout for 2024. I've had a lot of thoughts, I've had a lot of reflection on like what 2024 has meant for me, what it's done for me, and what I've learned from it. So I kind of wanted to just put that in the video real quick and give my grace and my sendings to leaving 2024 and entering 2025. So yeah, let's get right into it. So first, I think one of the main things or one of the first things I learned in 2024 was like my relationships with people. I think so I have a very big heart for people, and that often gets very taken advantage of, right? And I think one of my flaws is being way too generous. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's something I'm gonna really, hone into and learn more about and figure out how to really give my time to people, because there's been people that I've supported like within the past couple years, all time, that just kind of just like cut me off and like for no reason, I guess you could say. And now they're doing their own thing, and that's not hating on nobody. I'm not a complainer. I'm not here to be jealous. There's too much time to be doing those two things when it could be spent bettering myself. So I've kind of just learned that about myself, where it's like, you know, just liking an Instagram post, mind you, like, I was sharing your thing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's the energy was never reciprocated, right? And I was always doing above and beyond for people to make sure people are straight, and I just never got that back. So I think that's like one of the main things that I'm gonna go into 2025 with is like, if I already know that you're not gonna give that energy, I'm not gonna not waste my time, but like I'm just not gonna like give you the energy. You feel me? Like there's people that I've come across, towards the end of like 2025, where it was like I realized that God kind of placed you in my life for a reason, and I'm starting to like really, I'm starting to meet the right people. And it's not to say I didn't meet the right people. It could have just been the wrong time for them. And that's not being indirect about nobody. It's not. That's just what I've learned throughout like my whole time, especially like being in LA and the construct of people's relationships and stuff like that. Just using people and stuff like that. Like I've been used like too many times in 2024, where it's like, yeah, bruh, it's not gonna get to that point in 2025. Like it's not gonna be nowhere near that point. You feel me? Whether we're talking about like social media or just actual conversations outside of social media and stuff like that, it's like, bruh, if you still can't support me and you supporting other people that don't even know you, and you supporting people that aren't even giving you any acknowledgement, mind you, there's somebody right there that's always been by your side, that's always wanted to support you, that you've had so many conversations. It's just like, it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So that's getting that off my chest for 2024 and 2025. My circle is very small. I don't have the need to have a large ass group of people. I mean, as cool as that would be and as dope as that would be, like I just, my life right now, I just feel like people aren't mature enough, right? And people just caught up, and I also understand that people have um, their own things going on, and that's real, right? So my relationship with people, whether that's been talking, whether it's been like friendship wise, close friends, homies, I've had the good and I've had the bad. Oh my gosh, I've met some really genuine people, and I've met some really, I ain't gonna say it, but like you guys can understand what I'm trying to say, right? Relationships is one of the things I've learned, and I'm a real genuine person. Like I'm a really authentic person, and I don't take nobody for granted. I'm not here to mess somebody's head up. I'm not here to take advantage of nobody. Like why do all that? Like all that takes time, And I think time is gonna be like is already one of the most important things to me. Learn how to work with time, learn how to manage your time, because yes, time is money, but like, yo, time is your life. You feel me? So why am I gonna spend so much time trying to build relationships with people that don't even want the relationship? Why even do all that? If you already see that somebody doesn't even give you the type of energy, the type of day, why keep boosting and trying to push and push and push? Like, you're just wasting your time. And that could be time where you could be focused on yourself and bettering yourself. And that's what I understood, and that's what I'm gonna be doing. Right? I have my small, like I said, handful of people that, I could call up on the phone right now, or I could hit a text, and by the end of the day, like, they gonna hit me back up, and we're gonna be able to chat, and it's gonna be on some real, like, genuine shit. It's not gonna be on like, yo, let's do a video. Those like, like, at the end of the day, like, outside of all this art stuff that I do, or creative, or business stuff, and work that I do, like, I'm a human. You feel me? So if you can't have a human connection outside of business, like, I know people have like business related relationships and stuff like that, but like, bro, I could do both. But I'm not here to hype myself up or give a pitch about myself. This whole social media thing, I think that's one thing I've kind of learned, how to like generalize my page, focusing more on like Instagram, specifically on Instagram, like the fashion, the reels, the dancing, the DJing. Like, that's one thing. Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. The DJ stuff, right? Yeah, I'm trying to do more of that, man. Honestly, like, I feel like I'm a very musical person. Like, I listen to music very, very well. Uh, Whether it could be like super complex or super simple, but I've always kind of learned and developed on how to listen to it better. And I think, being able to DJ on a cruise, DJ party, which I'll drop the DJ party that I just did recently soon. Just being able to do events here and there, DJ at sessions, DJ at events, like, to be able to do that, like, I definitely want to do that more in 2025, because like, how people feel and be able to curate the space, like, that's something that's like, I'm kind of in control, but like, it's like another relationship. Like, it's basically reading the room, right? Like, I know at the end of the day, like, I'm a spin, right? And I know, like, I'm gonna come in with a certain vibe and stuff like that, but it's for everybody to enjoy themselves as a community. So I really love community engaged things, as much of a homebody as I am. Yeah, I definitely want to DJ more, dive into that more. You do more events, work with people, collaborate. But like I said, especially in the dance stuff, which I'll get into later. The DJ stuff is kind of like the same thing. You feel me? Like, a lot of people be not stingy, but very selective on things and stuff like that. So like I said, I have my group of people, and I'm starting to make my own connections. So, it might look like I'm moving a certain way, but at the end of the day, it's the same way people got to do what they got to do. Like, I got to do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no hard, like, it's never no hard feelings. No, wait, hold on. Let me rephrase that. It's no hard feelings at the end of the day. Like, I've realized that I can't please everybody. I learned that around the springtime, and especially with summer, like, I can't please everybody. And I'm not to say that I'm a people pleaser, but it's just something that I've realized, that it's like, not everybody gonna be happy. You know what I'm saying? But for me, like, I always just want to see people be successful. So if people are being successful, like, go ahead, make your bread or whatever, but just do it in a way where it's like, you really being yourself, and you're not taking no jump cuts, you're not being malicious in your intentions. Like, I'm just not that person. So yeah, that's relationships, that's DJing. Speaking about the dance stuff, yeah, bruh, I'm doing it all right now. I ain't gonna lie. I was doing battles earlier. I haven't battled since, when's the last time I battled? I haven't battled in, we'll say, a sec, but I've been battling. So, even with that, trying to do a couple more battles and stuff like that, or a lot more battles in 2025, wherever that's gonna take me. I'm doing a couple auditions. I'm going to New York in a couple weekends, so that's gonna be, lit for 2 auditions, so that's gonna be fun. So it kind of leads into like what I'm trying to do with dance stuff, you feel me? Specifically, life after college. And to really answer that, it's really kind of goes into the overarching thing, or the overall message, I guess I would say, for 2025. So that'll be we'll save that for the end of the video if I remember. But specifically with dance, definitely want to do more battles, like I said. Collaborate more. I think collaboration has been like a really beautiful thing to, feel people's energy, see how other people are looking at dance and understanding dance and giving their own story with dance. Like I kind of want to keep pushing into that. It's almost like I scratch your back, you scratch my back type of thing, I guess you could say. But yeah, more collaborations, whether that's in contemporary, whether it's in street dance, hip hop, or should I say choreo specifically. Actually, I need to dust my tap shoes off again. Like there's so much I got to do with even that I already know that I'm gonna keep evolving, keep growing, keep understanding more and more, diving in more, doing more research. Yeah, I created a piece this past fall, so even reflecting on that was kind of a beautiful thing to show like where my head is at and what I'm capable of doing. So I just kind of want to just keep doing more and more and more of that in 2025. I didn't really have any like rough moments with dance in 2024. It was more like last year, if that makes sense. But it's been a beautiful journey with dance, especially now, because I feel like I understand how I dance now more than ever. And I feel like some people will say like, oh, I've always kind of knew how I dance, but like if you compare me now, or compare like how I dance now to how I danced like last year or even a year ago before, like even getting into college, like two completely different things. So it's like now finally me like knowing like, yo, I really could do this dance for real, for real. You put me in a choreo class, I'm snapping. You put me in a session, I'm snapping. You put me in a battle, I'm snapping. You put me in a contemporary piece, I'm snapping. You put me in a tap piece, I could still snap. If you want me to do a variation, a ballet variation, I'm still snapping. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just giving myself like the flowers that I feel like I always deserve, remaining humble, remaining confident, and taking care of myself too. So yeah, that's kind of with dance. On the note of like taking care of yourself, I really want to push into like not the fitness journey stuff, because like I do go to the gym and I do work out, kind of being a lot more mindful of that, especially like leaving college, because the way I was eating in the beginning of college and the way I'm eating now, I feel like I'm starting to dive into like, okay, this is like my plan, my meal plan. And that's not to say like meal prepping and stuff like that, but it's just like I just really want to take a lot better care of myself. Meaning like, drink your tea, make sure you're getting good amounts of rest. I'm a homebody, so like I don't really be going out like that, if that makes sense. So I'm a really like chill person. So just, always making sure that, my body's good, my mental health is good, which is, I might as well just dive into that, because like I've been good. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a lot of people, and I'm not even going to get into like all the details and stuff like that, but like I've been so good this whole year. I'm not even going to lie. Like I've been great. And especially like seeing my trajectory from like freshman year till now, even though I'm specifically should be talking about 2024, like I'm there. You probably nodding your head like I hear you, like I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like I have no problems, I got no beef. I wake up every day with a purpose. I thank God every day. Like I'm good. My mental health has been great and it's gonna continue to keep getting better. That's not even getting into any details at all. Like I know I'm good mentally. For me, I'm about to graduate this coming May. So, 2025 is gonna be a huge shift, especially halfway into 2025. So I think the main thing out of this whole video so far, because I've already been sitting here for 17 and a half minutes, right? The whole thing just goes to say that 2025, like I'm elevating everything. I'm gonna be a lot more consistent on YouTube. As you can see, like I post hella shorts and things like that. I'm gonna be hella more consistent on YouTube, on Instagram. I'm really here to build myself and make things greater. I'm already gonna be talking to my siblings about, this clothing brand that we want to start. So I'll probably be giving bits and pieces of that too. Continue with the dance stuff, the auditions, the here and there, the DJ stuff, pushing more into that, the fashion. Specifically talking about fashion, yo, I really I feel like that's one of the things I'm super interested in. I really want to grow in. You know, brands be paying you to like work with them, and they be sending you PR and stuff like that, and like streetwear brands. Like I want to work with a lot more brands. I want to step back into modeling, finding an agency. I've been looking at one agency specifically. I definitely want to like push a lot more into like the fashion, collaborating with other creators, working with brands. Like I feel like that lifestyle is so like fun. Like when you just traveling with your guys, you're gonna, you know, I love thrifting and stuff like that. So just, you know, being able to thrift and, you know, like I said, it kind of coincides with like, kind of intersects with like having my own brand and stuff like that. Just making those connections and, you know, possibly going to like Art Basel or Fashion Week, whether it's LA or New York or Paris. Or I've been trying to, you know, invest a little bit more into that, especially since I have this camera now, so I could really like document a lot more things and really like, it's so much easier to do the get ready with me's with this camera. It's so much more easier to just like prop this camera real quick and just, you know, walk down the street and catch a quick vid. It's like getting this camera, which like thank God, like truly thank God I was able to get my hands on this camera, because it's not like it's not in the way of what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like the videos that I be creating, it's not like well, how do I say this? I talked about this in one of my vlogs, which I'll probably hear, but it's not like a burden or it's not in the way of my lifestyle. Like I set this camera up and I just do what I need to do or whatever. It's not like I have to like prep a whole bunch. Oh my gosh, my sister's so loud. It's not like I have to prep a whole bunch of things just in order to do this. Like it's with me, it's in my pocket, it's in my bag. But going back to the fashion stuff, yeah, I definitely, which also, like I said, intersects with, you know, a clothing brand and, you know, my social media. Fashion is definitely one of the things that I feel like I definitely want to jump a lot heavier into and focus a lot more attention into, on top of the multitude of things that that I already do. I got Tim's right there. I still haven't even done a video on, literally a fresh pair of Tim's. Nothing crazy. Like I have so much that I'm pushing for and that I have ready for me to dive into, that it's just like, what are you waiting for? And I feel like that's the main thing that I'm going to be telling myself throughout all of 2025 is, what are you waiting for? I have the resources. I have the camera. I have the phone. I have the laptop. You feel me? I have the mics. I have, you know, I have people surrounding me that can support. I have connection. Like, you know, I have these things. So it's like, what are you waiting for? Like, why sit here and be inconsistent? Why sit here and rot? Oh my gosh, my sister is so loud. Like, there's no more excuses. You know, like there's no more excuses for myself, and I'm not gonna create. I never created an excuse. I know what I need to do, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do to live a life I can vacation in. That is literally what I want to do in life. I love traveling. I love, you know, collaborating. Like there's so many things I love. I'm not even gonna be able to list it right now. All in all, like 2025, I feel like it's gonna be like a really big year, a lot of opportunities, and, you know, I'll be filming the whole 2025 for sure. Now I'm not saying we gonna do what's it called, like vlog 30 days in a row type of thing, but I'm definitely gonna, you know, push to vlog as much as I can all of 2025, because, you know, I feel like there's something that y'all haven't seen. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm probably somebody that you haven't seen yet, that once you follow the journey and see where it's gotten from this point forward, it's just gonna be something so grand. Like I said, there's so many other videos. There's videos, or I have videos sitting that I've already edited. I'm just waiting on one more video so I can post them in chronological order. We're gonna get these videos out. I appreciate everybody that's kind of watched my journey, has been supporting me, has been watching the videos, has truly, like, you know, whether it's reposted me or shared my stuff, reached out to me genuinely. You feel what I'm saying? Like those are people, like, you know, I wish nothing but the best for y'all. God bless everybody. Truly, I truly wish that 2025 is, you know, is for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Start off strong, end strong, continue to do what you need to do. This is, you know, we're all on our own journey. So why stop? Do what you want to do in life, especially if you're young. Like I'm young, right? I'm 21, but like I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people around me, I'm way more mature than a lot of people around me, right? But that's not what we're here to talk about. That could be a whole nother video. Now is the time to take risks. And even if you older, right? What's wrong with taking a risk? Like, you feel me? I'm not saying you gotta pick up a camera, but do that one thing that you always been wanting to do in 2025. If there's one thing that you get from this video, do that one thing that you've been wanting to do. I appreciate all of y'all. Mad love. You're gonna see a lot more in 2025. We elevating and we motivating. So if you ain't in with me, catch the next bus stop. I appreciate y'all. And Happy New Year. Deuce.